guys, my name's Kaz and today I'm going to be talking through the books I'm hoping to read in the month of May. I'm really excited to get back into the swing of filming and reading in the month of May. There's a lot of things that I'm really excited to read this month, and I am participating in the Asian Readathon. So I'll have a link in the description below to where you can find out more information. It goes throughout the entire month of May, so feel free to join in at any time if you'd like. I haven't read anything so far this month, so I'm technically starting late as well. But let's jump in and see what I'm reading this month. First up, I have 2 book clubs / read-alongs that I am participating in. The first of which is for the name of the book club, and our book of the month is The Invisible Library by Genevieve Cogman. So this one was recommended by one of my fellow co-hosts, so I don't actually know a huge amount about this, but from the get-go I was intrigued because it has the word library in the title, and Invisible Library sounds really interesting. What I do know is that the main character, Irene, is a professional spy for the mysterious library, and I think she's looking for some dangerous book. Magic, danger, secret societies. I am here for it. So excited to be reading this one. If you guys want to read along with us, you're more than welcome to do so. This is a book club that we host monthly live shows for, so we will be talking about The Invisible Library in a live show at the end of May. I am also part of the Cosmere Along. So this is a read along where we're reading books in the Cosmere by Brandon Sanderson. So we're up to our second book for the read along, and that is The Final Empire by Brandon Sanderson. And the live show for this will be hosted on my channel May 16th, though it is May 17th for me in Australia. I will have a little more information about that in the description as well if you want to join in. There's still time to read it. I myself am only 43 pages into it, so lots of reading to be done, but not too late to join if you'd like to. If you weren't aware, this is the first book in the Mistborn trilogy Era 1. I honestly don't even know much about it. From what I can tell, there is a mist. It seems quite dangerous. Don't know too much about it yet, but then there's also mistlings who can survive being out in the mist at night. There's also some scheming and thieving already, and I'm really excited to continue. So feel free to join us if you'd like. Now, we have the 4 books I'm hoping to read, well, potentially 5 books that I'm hoping to read for the Asian Readathon. The first challenge is to read any book by an Asian author. For this, I have chosen Want by Cindy Pon. This is one that I've wanted to read for the longest time, so hopefully May is the month where I actually do. So the book is set in a world where the wealthy are able to buy longer lives. The main character, Joe, is not one of the wealthy, and he is grieving the loss of his mother who died as a result of his city's corruption, and he is determined to make a change. I've heard really good things about it, so cannot wait to dive in. The next challenge is to read a book by an Asian author that you relate to. For this, I have chosen The Surprising Power of a Good Dumpling by Wai Chim. So I think that Wai Chim is a Chinese American author, but she now permanently lives in Sydney, Australia, which is where I live. I went to the book launch for this book. It was such a great event, and I'm so mad at myself that I haven't picked this up by now. Like, I've been really itching to read this. I also have plenty of dumplings in my freezer ready to go because I know that this book is going to give me cravings because I love dumplings. We follow Anna Chu, who is helping out in her father's restaurant, and there is a new delivery boy that I think she starts developing a crush on. Anna's busy with school, looking after her siblings and helping out the restaurant, all while her mum stays in bed all day. I'm not sure exactly what condition her mother has, if it's mental or physical, perhaps a bit of both, but things get worse when her mother finally gets up one day. Also, look at the different chapter pages, all the different illustrations. Oh, this looks so cute. Noodles! I think this book is going to make me hungry. We'll be eating a lot while reading this. I'm kind of tempted to do a reading vlog for this readathon, partly because it's a readathon and I like to do vlogs, but also partly to just document the amazing food I'll probably eat this month as a result of it. The next challenge is to read a book featuring an Asian character or written by an Asian author that differs from you. So for this, I'm going with Girls of Storm and Shadow by Natasha Nyan. So this is a sequel to Girls of Paper and Fire, and there's a couple of ways that this book works for this challenge. The main character, I believe, is a lesbian. I'm not sure if the label is used explicitly in the book, but I have seen some interviews and stuff online clearly labeling them as lesbian, and I am not a lesbian, so that's one point of difference. Another one is I know that the author is disabled, and I've been wanting to read it for a while. I really enjoyed Girls of Paper and Snow. It's a queer fantasy novel that just really pulled on my heartstrings, and I really loved it. This is the sequel. I don't know where it's gonna go. I'm excited about it. As the sequel, I won't talk about the synopsis, but the general premise for book 1 is that in the society there is the paper caste, so they are the lowest class. Every year there are 8 paper girls chosen to serve the king in many ways. In Girls of Paper and Fire, however, there is a 9th paper girl chosen, and it's about her and her time training to serve the king and falling in love with one of the other girls. I'm so excited to read this. It is about time. The next challenge is to read a book recommended by someone who is Asian. This is a book recommended by Chloe from Books with Chloe, and I think it was her favorite manga that she read in 2018 video. Might have gotten that wrong. I'll try and remember to link that video in the description below. But the manga that she recommended and that I'm very excited to read is Orange. So this is the Complete Collection Volume 1. So I bought this book quite a while ago based on Chloe's recommendations, so I thought it was a perfect book for this prompt. Thank you very much, Chloe, for the recommendation. Now, I can't quite remember what it's about. So we have Naho. She's just started 11th grade and she receives a letter from herself 10 years in the future. And at first, I don't think she believes that it's real, but then a lot of the things that the letter says will happen ends up happening. Her future self tells Naho that there's a new transfer student called Kakeru who will soon join her class, and the letter begs her to watch over him. Ooh, it's a sci-fi romance. Hello. This sounds so great. Very excited to read this one. The last challenge is to read the group book, which is Little Fires Everywhere by Celeste Ng. I'm hoping to read the book at some point. I don't own a copy. I will probably be listening to the audiobook for this one since I do have it on my Audible account. But yeah, so I think that concludes my May TBR. All of the books, plus the 2 I don't have physical copies of, that I hope to read in the month of May. I'll see you in a couple of days with a video wrapping up all of the books that I've read so far in 2020. But until then, I'll talk to you in the comments. Bye!